Over to Toastmaster Faisal. Toastmaster Faisal, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Toastmasters Tripti. I warmly welcome you all, especially our guest, Mr. Sunny Sharma, who has joined us for this lovely and amazing workshop. Today we are going to conduct a workshop on public speaking. Then we will have moment of truth for our club. And after that, we will discuss the things on public speaking. So without further ado, let me have some words from our guest. Guest Faisal Abbas, can we have your introduction, please?
Yes, sir. Actually, myself is Faisal Abbas, and I belong to UP Uttar Pradesh. Now, this time I am living in Jaunpur city. And
all right, thank you so much.
From TD College.
Thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned for this amazing session. Our area director, Toastmaster Shubham Gupta, is also here. Can we have your quick introduction, Toastmaster Shubham?
Yeah, good evening all. This is Shubham Gupta. So I am area director for T3 and I have been a veteran Toastmaster for last 5 years. And I am a Triple Crown winner twice in Toastmasters. Looking forward to a wonderful meeting ahead.
Thank you so much for all your support and thank you for joining us today. Akriti Mathur, we have Akriti Mathur here. Akriti, can we have few words from you?
Yes, sir. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. This is Toastmasters Akriti from Lucknow Toastmaster Club. I am currently the Vice President Public Relations for Lucknow Toastmasters Club and also serving as the Division T PR manager. So, and I am an advent public speaker, and Toastmasters has really helped me in my journey as a public speaker and has really helped me understand what a true leader is. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Faisal.
Thank you so much, Akriti, for always being a support to us. Now we have Prashant Ray. Yes, Prashant Ray, can we have some words from you? Toastmaster Prashant Ray.
Good evening, everybody.
Very good evening. Can we have some words from you?
Right, good to be here. I like to see this group in action because usually we get lots of good speakers here. Well, looking forward to similarly good session today. Thank you.
Great to have you here. Great to have you here in the meeting, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Now, without further ado, let me again quickly tell you, today in our meeting, we are going to conduct a workshop on public speaking, how to have public speaking on digital medium. And we will have one speech. Our speaker, Surabhi Jain, Toastmaster Surabhi, she is going to deliver one speech. And Sagri Gupta, she is going to evaluate her speech. Then we will have moment of truth for our club. And we will have some amazing experience from our guest today. Now, without further ado, help me welcome with a huge round of applause our guest and moderator of this workshop, co-founder of Solvers Training, a dynamic entrepreneur, Indian origin entrepreneur working in training, who has trained many entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in their leadership skill and public speaking growth. He has trained in multiple companies such as Google, HP, Airtel, Aditya Birla, Maruti Suzuki. His portfolio is big. So instead of I tell a lot of things about him, help me welcome with huge round of applause Mr. Sunny Sharma on the virtual stage. Virtual stage is all yours, sir.
Mr. President and my fellow Toastmasters, it is an honor and privilege to be a part of one of the most iconic groups of public speaking, which we popularly known as Toastmasters. This iconic organization has brought people from misery to pleasure, from fatigue to enjoyment. I give a special thanks to a friend, Tripti Gandhi. We knew each other over the phone. We had a couple of conversations, but recently I saw the way she worked. One of the events that she organized is one of the most popular public speaking events on the planet. And from organization, from pre-planning, from during the workshop or during the event and post-event, the kind of achievements this girl has done, it is commendable. So, you know, the credit goes to Tripti. Tripti, thank you very much. If you're listening to me, appreciate that.
Thank you so much, sir. You have been really kind to me with your words and with your guidance throughout.
All right. So during the workshop, if you're okay, you can keep a pen and paper handy. As Albert Einstein said, if I can remember something by writing it down, why would I use the space in my memory? Although, if you go back to the origin of humankind, memory was a very, very beautiful thing. You know, before paper, they used to remember everything. When Nalanda Vishwavidyalaya was burnt by the invaders, people remembered everything. So it's always a conflict between the paper and the brain. But if you can write it down, it's a very good thing. Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Atlantic Group, run the entire Virgin Atlantic with the help of a diary and a pen. He write down everything. It does not carry any laptop, a desktop, palm top, or iPad. So one of the key habits, if you want to be successful, always keep a pen and paper handy. So with your permission, with Mr. President and all the fellow Toastmasters, allow me to introduce myself, because I have the responsibility today to talk about public speaking on a digital platform. And one of the key things which Mr. President is teaching us, how to smile. Imagine this guy is sitting on a virtual platform and he's smiling, and this is a genuine smile. There's one more beautiful thing. Research says when you have a genuine smile on your faces, you cannot think negative. You can think right now. You can smile. You can have a genuine smile. If I'll say 1, 2, 3, go. Can we have a genuine smile and say, Sunny, I'll kill you? You can't do that. So this is one thing. And I'll give you some very, very good references today on public speaking. So my name is Sunny Sharma. I'm a businessman from New Delhi. I stay in East Delhi near Shahadra or GTB Hospital, popularly known as. When it comes to my work, I'm a founder and a CEO of a very beautiful organization called Solvers Training Tank. It's a very premier organization in learning and development. I have the privilege of coaching 2 top CEOs of this country. I have the privilege of coaching or training paramilitary commandos of this country. I had the privilege of working with Google on a very special project. So this company is designed to create world-class infrastructure for learning and development. I don't know you're going to believe it or not. The purpose of Indian schooling is to give you a job. Until the time any education system is determined to give you a job, you will only manufacture clerks. And let me tell you, a clerk is a jerk because he's been hired to enforce a policy. Entrepreneurs are very, very important. Or the moment school life gets over, you hit by life skills. You need to talk with people. The ability to connect with a human being with the help of communication can be a great strength and can be a very, very deep insecurity. And we'll talk about that. So I have another business into investments. For the last 15 years, I'm running an investment business, which is very, very successful. So I have made money in share stock market. So I have done that. Or to be honest, my brother did that because we invested anything. So that's one thing. I am sure you know this new technology called Clubhouse. Anybody is on Clubhouse? Oh, very impressive. Look at that. So I run a community on Clubhouse called Promote Your Brand. So the community has more than 7,000 entrepreneurs. In the last 1 month, we did business around 30. We have done a business of worth 3 crores. So we have case studies. The guy did not even have a job, and now he's handling 10 clients in digital marketing. And 5 of them are global clients. So it's very, very popular. And that's how I am using technology for public speaking. Drop-in audio technology. Write down this term. You need this technology for life now. Drop-in audio chat. So this is what I do. I live with my family in India, my mom, my younger brother, and my wife. When it comes to my hobbies, I read 5 hours a day, no matter what happens. So I started my career by selling credit cards of ICICI Bank. I used to stand on a petrol pump, did not know how to speak English. I graduated from Delhi school, and then I joined Hantraj College, dropped out because of insecurities of public speaking. Everybody was there who used to speak English over there, and I did not know. And nobody taught me that, English is just a language. It has nothing to do with the public speaking. When you speak Urdu, Hindi, it sounds more better according to me. And I'll give you a glimpse of that. So this is about me. Anybody would like to ask anything, because this is a workshop, we can talk on that. All right. Shubham said, I am very grateful for Hansraj College. And Shubham, is there a specific reason? Are you from Hansraj also?
Yes, I was a 2009 to 12 batch pass out.
All right. And this is for you. Good to see a Hansraj student.
Hansarians.
Look at that. We all are doing, right? So if we can open the camera, let me start the workshop. I will be talking for around 45 to 40 minutes. Then I'll open the question. Then I will open the stage or the forum for any question answers. And then I will shut down myself, right? Too much of public speaking is also bad. All right. Good to see that, right? Look at that. Evaluators, Sagri is smiling. Faisal, you have a beautiful smile. You can kill anybody with the smile. Look at that. Shubham, hey, good to see you. Hansraj, good to see that. Look at that. Faisal, absolutely amazing beard. And look at that. There's a flick in the air. Hair, look, I'm impressive. Now, Colonel PK Ray. Lieutenant Colonel PK Ray. Look at that. There's this grin came in, and that's what we are most vulnerable when camera is open. Even it's a model. I work with a lot of models also. And to tease you all, I'm going to go a fashion week in September, right? You guys are sitting at home. I am going to go a fashion week to all of you, right? So look at that. So guys, for next 45 minutes, keep an open mind. I'm an expert, but you don't need to treat me like an expert, right? But the best thing you can give it to any public speaker is the respect. And I'm not commanding it. I'm not giving. One of the key aspects of human life is listening. Ability to listen and respond is the only difference between successful and non-successful people. This is the reason when Steve Jobs was standing in the IBM lab, and the moment he saw a mouse, he said, "What is that?" He said, "There's a technology, we call it pointer device." And my CEO said, "Are we going to produce a device called mouse? Have you lost it?" He said, "Give it to me." And entire computing changed. Entire personal and professional computing changed. So if you are listening, that's how the partnership's happening. So somebody who listened, the newspapers or the news, they made money in Zomato. Did you make money in Zomato? I made 4 crores. And look at that. The moment I said 4 crores, you were like, And look at the silence, look at the faces. And I am doing public speaking on a technical form, but I'm absolutely great. So write down the first lesson. I do not go to the battle without preparation. I do not go to the battle without preparation. My references, my examples. So if I am coming as a CEO, I need to talk like a CEO. So if you are a VP, if you're a salesperson, you need to align that. So prepare. Now look at that. Second learning, engage the audience in a thinking mode. Write down, I need to allow my participant to think. If your participants are thinking in a workshop, you are doing a great workshop. Even your presentation style is zero, it has nothing to do with that. You're still thinking about those 4 crores, right? And that's how it's called the grip. Write down the technique. It's called grip. You need to tell them something which they don't believe. And I'm not saying, and now let me tell you the revealing. I did not make a shit in Zomato.
I
So
was
now,
thinking how you made 4 crore on Zomato. I was wondering how. I was thinking and calculating how you made 4 crore on Zomato.
and this is exactly what happened.
I had already written a question on top of my
want to know
paper.
how.
Ask Sunny how to make 4 crores.
No, I did one. This is
Yeah.
I
How
made
you
one.
make the 4 crore from Zomato?
I made one. I made one. Now, let me ask you a question. What is the new technology coming in where you can make a lot of money?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. All right. Sayed says, no, it's not. Anybody else? What is a new technology which is coming in? All right. She is absolutely right. But technology is not Bitcoin. That's a currency. What is the new what is the technology where Bitcoin works?
Blockchain.
Look at that, blockchain. So now write down this question. Can I open a small company which work on blockchain? I'm asking you a very beautiful question. Say I'm doing a public speaking, but I'm talking about something which you really like. Can I open a small company, small I'm talking about, which works on blockchain? The reason is I do not want to be the player. I want to be the game. And that's how punchlines work. I do not want to be the player. I want to be the game, because player can be retired. Game will never be retired. So if anybody wants to make millions in the next 7 years, if you can start a small blockchain company, then you are talking about not 4. I made 1 in Zomato. But you can make 300 crores. I'm telling you, no matter where you're sitting right now, in your garage, in your box, if you can learn now, the second thing, you need to start reading or learning about technology of blockchain. How are you going to do it? Write down. I am going to read every possible literature on the planet Earth in the next 8 months. And I can assure you, if you can read every possible literature on the earth on blockchain, let me tell you, listen to me. Somebody will invite you and give you at least 10 lakh rupees for a 1-hour talk. This is my guarantee. People will bow down and they say, can you please talk about this technology? That's how public speaking is going to change your wallet. न फिक्र कोई, न आरजू है, न ख्वाब कोई, न जुस्तजू है, ये शख्स तो कब का मर चुका है, तो फिर बेकफन ये लाश क्यों है। मोहब्बत में पड़ा इंसान और किसी लक्ष्य के पीछे भागता हुआ इंसान अपनी औकात से बड़ा काम कर जाता है। And there is a reason why you all are Toastmasters sitting at 6:30 in the evening and you asked for a workshop, because you're damn serious about your life. But being serious is not going to happen or do anything. Deciding a goal is easy. This is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. This is not me. This is one of the most iconic athlete, Roger Federer. He says this: setting a goal is very easy, that I want to win the World Cup or I want to win the French Open. Everything happens when you stay with the process. Write down, staying with the process. Deciding that I want to become a public speaker is easy, but staying with the process of becoming a public speaker, that will differentiate you are a quitter or you are an achiever. Third rule, this is something taught to me by Asim Premji. He said, success comes to people who does boring things for a longer time. Success comes to people who do boring things for a longer time. So if you're a digital marketer, you design things. If you're in the petroleum, you understand petrol. You stay with the vendor. You go to the refinery. It's boring. But success comes to people who do boring things for a longer period of time. Now, tell me 3 things that you have learned. Anybody?
Engage your audience and let them think.
All right. If your participants are thinking, so it's a good workshop. Wonderful. It's a great public speaking. Anybody else?
Not reading every day, not for 5 hours, but at least start with an hour, which I used to do before, but I lost the track.
Look at that. So she's very, very honest. Shubham, thank you very much. The third thing, anybody?
Staying with the process.
Staying with the process. Tripti, you unlock the secret of money, wealth, friendship, relationships. Stay with the process. Now, there are 3 fears of a human being. Let's go psychologically. There are 3 fears of a human being. First, death. Second, public speaking. Third, dying during public speaking. Remember your first time when your left leg was shivering? According to one of the most successful human beings on the planet, they call him Warren Buffett. We all want to be like him. But he started at the age of 13 by selling shirts. What we were doing when we were 18, oh, you need to go to college. So he said, if you need to do something very, very productive in your career to become successful, you need to learn public speaking. This is a validation to the most successful gentleman in business. Now, learn it. It's a skill. Public speaking is a skill. Now, so I'm going to give you a secret. Nobody is a born public speaker. They say extempore or extemper. You know, people have a huge debate. This is extempore or extempore or extemper. You know, and people go on length. No, this is extempore. Nobody is good. The only difference is they're very well-read people. They're very well-traveled people. Third, they are knowledge seekers. So if you want to become a public speaker, if you want to be a great public speaker, and I say that again 3 times, if you want to be a public speaker, you need to practice. Now, there are two aspects. When you have knowledge, you talk more. When you have knowledge, you talk more. But when you have the wisdom, you listen more. Write this down. You need to reach from talking to listening. When you have knowledge, you talk more. When you have the wisdom, you listen more.
Sir, actually, I want to ask a question from you.
गेस्ट फैजल मियाँ, अगर आप इजाजत दें इस नाचीज को, तो बंदा परवर, अगर आप जब मैं ये टॉक खत्म कर लूं तब अगर आप ये पूछ लें तो ज्यादा बेहतर होगा. कैसा रहेगा?
श्योर सर, श्योर.
ज़ही नसीब शहजादे ज़ही नसीब इस कनीज की इल्तिजा मानने के लिए.
सर, नो प्रॉब्लम.
Done. Thank you very much. I request you to write down, Faisal, this question. Otherwise, never trust your memory. Write down. Never trust your memory. In public speaking, never ever trust your memory. So Faisal has a question, write it down. Now, even after 10 years, you can ask the same question. So, cue cards are very legal. Even a paper in your hand is very, very legal. An iPad right next to you is also very, very legal. The question is, how am I going to use it? That's very, very important. Now, another key learning, and this is a disruptive, you might not like it. 90% of public speakers never make money, or they make very small money. Trust me, all these soft skill trainers, all the behavioral trainers or whatever, 90% of them, with all due respect, they make very less money. Public speaking is one way. Look at that. Surbi has opened the camera. Maybe she said, oh yeah, really? Tell me more. Great. Understand. You need to understand the wealth and the money. There are two different aspects. Public speaking might give you a popularity, might give you a spotlight, or might give you a confidence, but real life hit when you don't have a wallet. So anybody who's listening to me, your public speaking has to improve your money capacity. Now, when you're talking about that, can I use my public speaking ability to start one more passive income? It becomes an advantage. When your life is dependent on public speaking, then it becomes a disadvantage. Right? Now, it will take at least 500 hours for you to become an expert in one subject. Public speaking is not only about the presence on the stage, it's all about the content. Now, because you're moving into public speaking zone with the help of technology, write down. I will never say that I don't understand the technology. Write this down. I will never ever say that I don't understand the technology. I need to make an effort to understand the technology. Now look at my background, gentlemen and ladies. Look at my background. You all have a plain background, but I called somebody. It took 40 seconds to make this for me. Now, the dirty curtain at my back, or my mom is revolving around here and there, everything is hidden. Yeah, my mom has a technology. She said, I said, Mom, I'm on a call. She said, it's home. They know that you're working from home. Everything is possible at her home. Technology. It will take you only 30 seconds to have a background, but nobody put it. So it's like, understand your technology well. Now, technology, write down this in brackets. Technology is a leveler. Technology is a leveler. Faisal has the same Zoom. Sunny Sharma, Sargi, Manoj, Tripti, Akriti, Guest, Surbhi, everybody, you all have the access of the same technology. But what we are doing with the technology, I did my backdrop. You did not do it. So if a feature is available on the technology, you need to understand it and use it. Write down. There's a difference. Understanding technology is different, but using the technology is different. Now, public speaking is a combination of three things: body language, the tone of your voice, and words. This is called what? Which concept is this? Anybody who would like to share? Where we talk about body language, tone of the voice, and words.
This is Albert Mehrabian's theory.
Oh, look at that, Surbhi. This is for you. So yes, it's on technology, but I'm talking to my Hindu and Muslim brothers and sisters. I'm talking to Indian culture. They understand this gesture, right? But be like, oh my God, am I supposed to do that? Public speaking is about people. Write this down. Look at that. खरबूजे को देखकर खरबूजे ने रंग बदला. Look at that. जो टूटे भी कोई सितारा तो जमीन पर नहीं गिरता, हालात के कदमों पर सिकंदर नहीं गिरता, गिरते हैं बड़े शौक से लाखों दरिया समंदर में, कभी किसी दरिया में कोई समंदर नहीं गिरता. And you're not a drop in an ocean, you are an entire ocean in one drop. Now listen to this. किसी को घर मिला तो किसी के हिस्से में दुका आई, किसी को घर मिला तो किसी के हिस्से में दुका आई, मैं घर में सबसे छोटा था, मेरे हिस्से में मां आई. कुछ इस तरह से मेरे गुनाहों को धो देती है, कुछ इस तरह से मेरे गुनाहों को धो देती है, मां जब बहुत गुस्से में होती है तो रो देती है. ये वो कर्ज है जो मैं अदा कर ही नहीं सकता, ये वो कर्ज है जो मैं अदा कर ही नहीं सकता, मैं जब तक घर ना पहुंचूं मेरी मां सजदे में रहती है. Now listen to this. कि जख्म पर प्यार से पट्टी कौन बांधेगा, जख्म पर प्यार से पट्टी कौन बांधेगा, जब बहनें ही ना होंगी तो राखी कौन बांधेगा. बेटियों की इज्जत लूटना खेल हो जहां, बेटियों की इज्जत लूटना खेल हो जहां, ए कबूतर तेरे पैरों में चिट्ठी कौन बांधेगा. कि तुम्हारी महफिल में हम बड़े बूढ़े जरूरी हैं, कि तुम्हारी महफिल में हम बड़े बूढ़े जरूरी हैं, जो हम ही ना होंगे तो पगड़ी कौन बांधेगा. Look at that. A reaction came in by the heart. The audience is using a technology because it straight away reached to that. The moment Mr. President Syed used the backdrop, his presence improved. His smile is electrifying. Look at that. You all are smiling. Fantastic. And that's how technology is a leveler. But if you can understand and use it, you can create an impact on public speaking. Now, I want all of you to use the chat and tell me 2 things that you are going to use from tomorrow. And I'll give you 30 seconds for that. Let's see who give me the fastest finger first. Syed says, I'm going to read. Look at that. Let's see your typing speeds. Look at that. Use technology. Come on, look at that. And a lot of people might be thinking, Aaj kahan phas gaye? All right. Now you can see typing speed is also slow. Prepare for the smallest of the things. Practice public speaking. Prepare. I'm also going to teach and focus on it. Lovely. Fantastic. Look at that. Majority of the people have cameras open. Now let me ask you, why your cameras are open? Now Akriti is saying, I am going to read about blockchain. The girl has eye on the money. Now tell me, why your cameras are on? All the people who have switched on the camera.
The power of technology.
The
It's like
power
to
of
connect.
technology. Done. Anything else? Why you have kept your camera open? You had an option not to keep it open. The first is you're respecting the Toastmasters stage. You're respecting the speaker. Any other reason?
Can you find the session interactive? Then you want to be.
Surbi saying, hey, you're talking, man. You don't have a PowerPoint presentation for us. Done. It is shut down in 2008. We're still running PPTs. Yeah. Jeff Bezos is, banging his head. He said, not more than a 5-minute meeting. We set up the meeting for 20 minutes. Yeah, correct. Now, very important. What one thing after today's discussion you will teach to somebody who's a newcomer? What is one thing according to you which you will teach to the other fellow Toastmasters or anybody or a kid or your niece and nephews? What is one thing?
More. Listen more, talk less.
Oh, look at that. When you have the knowledge, you talk more. But when you have the wisdom, you start listening more. Good job. I listen with an intent to understand, not to reply. Yes, Tripti, you're saying something.
It's important to do boring things in longer run.
Oh, if you can sit for 9 hours and do the boring stuff, in next 10 years, you will have your own white color Rolls-Royce Phantom. And I'm sure that's a pretty cool thing.
I'm taking you to drive in that car.
Look at that. There's a backdrop change. Shubham, good job. Who says technology allows you to bring Goa in your residence. And you guys are not going to Goa Fashion Week. I am going. I'll send you the pictures on the WhatsApp.
So we can join Clubhouse.
You are cordially invited, and you will be blown away the kind of things. 19-year-old kid is earning 3 lakh rupees in 1 month.
I do a 10-year sessions and I absolutely love them, and this is why I'm here.
Look at that. Appreciation fall into picture. It's happening on a technology. Now, I gave you suggestions, you picked up. That's how they say clock run 2 ways, tick, 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 or how quickly you learn things or how slowly you learn things. How many times you have this thought in mind? Yeah, I could have learned this 3 years back. Did you have this thought any time in your life? Look at that, the facial expression. Yeah, I did that. Now look at that. You have that. Don't be that. Pick up quickly. Respond. Now, I'll give you the most iconic video of entire Indian television now. And I'll teach you something really amazing regarding body language. Done? This video will show you how a human being portrayed himself somebody else. This is the most iconic scenes in Indian television. Arun Govil, you know this guy? Who was this guy?
Sri Ram.
Sri Ram, look at that. He's not known for Arun Govil, he's known for Sri Ram. Who was the producer of this series?
Ramanand Sagar.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ramanand Sagar. So before Ramayana was decided to be shot, one day Ramanand Sagar and Arun Govil was sitting. And Ramanand Sagar said to Arun Govil, he said, Arunji, you have a beautiful smile like Faisal. He said, you have a beautiful smile, use it somewhere. The day it was announced that he is going to play the Lord Ram, he had a big problem. On the camera, a human being has to portray himself as a Lord. And that's a bigger problem because this bloody thing is so bad, it gives you everything. Right? That's why they call it mirror or, anything, you call it thobra, whatever you call that. But this shows everything. On the camera will capture whether you're confident or not. Camera can capture whether you're nervous or not. Camera can capture that you are a human or you are above human. Now, this video will take 2-3 minutes and I want you to make notes. And then I'll show you something really, really remarkable. I'll show you 2 videos. I also have planned something very cool for you, but I don't know. There is another CEO who's going to join you and show you a technology. But I don't know whether this guy is available or not. Otherwise, I'll send a link to you and there will be a post-reading material also. Are you ready for this? To a Lord. So whenever you are as a public speaker, you don't need to go like Gaga. You don't need to do that. Look at the smile. So when you're giving a pause to the audience, you can smile. Look at that. Body showing everything. No dialogue. Respect. Lord is being found. Look at that. Now look at how the tone changes.
Shri Ram, ये क्या कर रहे हैं आप? ये उचित नहीं.
Now this is a romance between Ram and Hanuman.
कुछ मांगने आए हैं.
Look at that. He's also teasing.
आप ब्राह्मण के रूप में हैं. महाराज सुग्रीव के कुल पुरोहित. तीनों प्रकार से आप तो पूजनीय हैं विप्रवर. फिर आप मेरे चरण क्यों छू रहे हैं? मुझे पाप लगेगा. स्वामी के चरण छूना पाप नहीं होता प्रभु. परंतु मैं
Look at that.
आपका स्वामी.
Look at the grin.
आपके स्वामी तो महाराज सुग्रीव हैं.
Look at that.
स्वामी का मित्र भी
Now, look at all the dating phenomena. Have you ever been in love? Anybody? How many of you have ever been in love? Oh, look at that. Do you remember the first time there was a feeling of love inside and you're standing with that person?
Smile on your face.
There's a smile, genuine smile, right? Until you don't have an agenda, right? Genuine smile is one of the most iconic technique you can use it to improve your body language on stage immediately. You don't need to do gesture, posture, sitting, that's crap. Genuine smile. Even you have the most dull body shoulders, no problems. But if you have the most genuine smile, that will blow up the entire audience. That's why they say a dancer who can dance is okay, but a dancer who can smile, everybody would like. So I learned ballroom. And if you want to learn, I can tell you a very cool place in Delhi. So entire body languages happens. So there's a shift in the entire 60% of all human communication is non-verbal. 30% is tone, Mehrabian equation. 55% body language, 30% tone, 38% tone. That means 90% of all human communication is non-verbal. Write down. 90% of all human communication is non-verbal. So even when you are, talking about, hi, my name is Sunny Sharma, and, I'm going to teach you the fundamentals and the, the epitome of public speaking, and you will be spectacular, everything. My body language is showing that, what do I mean it? Audience will never trust your words. They will trust your body language. And it is a very simple game. People who understand this beautifully, they understand this very, very cool. If my body language is negative, I need to just genuinely smile. It will take 3 seconds to put you as the biggest star on the stage. But that has to be practiced. The first time you do, it doesn't happen. Now, I'll show you another video. And this will teach you the power of tone. In this video, there are multiple tones which are happening. And after the video, you will see that, yes, this can be really, really good. But before that, you need to tell me, what are the 2 things that you learned in the last 10 minutes?
It's all about the smile, the genuine smile. Literally 3 seconds to glory. If you are nervous or if you are not genuine, you just need to smile. It'll fix everything for you.
Oh, look at that. The smile has improved. Look at that. Tripti is like full blowing. And Syed, you can kill, Angelina Jolie as well. If you like. Look at that. It's so impressive. So that's how. Look at that Fazal, beautiful smile. We all have, we all think that, we look like shit. But trust me, we all are amazing. But we need to check the game as a public speaker. 90%.
You need to invent blush emoticons in Zoom.
Huh?
He says there are no blush emoticons in Zoom, no?
Who says that? Yeah, there is. What do you say? Let me show you right now.
Actually, you can defeat.
Look at that. Right now, I'll show you a very iconic video in terms of, look at that. We are using emoticons. And I did not tell you to do it. Right now, I'll give you another technique. You have 40 seconds. Go to your home and show me something that you really love. Go. Show me in 40 seconds an item, a merchandise that you really love.
Is it okay if I screen share and show it it's right in front of me?
You need to show me on the camera. Let's see. Look at that. Faisal is like Cesar. All right, show me something really, really cool. Look at that. Sagri is gone. And she says, okay, let me bring back. Show me something. What do you have? And this is what?
So this is my sketchbook. I sketch.
Open it.
So I'll show you something I actually made recently, which I'm kind of proud of.
See, I don't care. Till the time my workshop goes well, I don't care.
Okay, there you go. I don't know if you can see it properly, but
I can see that. Wow. Impressive.
Okay. So that's something I love.
That's amazing. Show me else. Anybody else?
I'll just share my screen. I hope it's visible.
TBLS EDU Federation. Oh, very good. Breaking the shell of the limited self. Fantastic. Great. Syed has already given me this. Scissor. Syed, why scissor?
It was just like abstract. You said find anything, so I just found in front of me.
All right. Manoj, do you have something that you really love at your place? What is that? Oh, do you have a girlfriend or you're married? Because headphones are loved by boyfriends. Yeah, so I don't know. Now, I'll show you the most iconic video on tone. The video is in Hindi, but look at that, what's happening. Can you see that? Now look at this. Making notes is very important. That's why research happens. You watch one thing again and again. Now the body languages are showing everything. Now look at the body language of Sasuma.
जरूरत थी छोरे से इतना गुस्सा करने की? जरा सी बात तो थी। ₹10 के लिए छोरे ने भूखा मारेगी क्या?
ऐसा क्या कर दिया इसने जो प्लेट उठा के ले जा रही है?
₹10 तो लिए थे तेरे पर्स से, कोई पड़ोस से तो न लाया था।
मेरे पैसे लिए थे इसने, तेरे बाप के नहीं।
छोटे घर की है ना, तेरी माँ ने कुछ तुझे सिखाया नहीं है?
जान दे, ये तो तुझे खाना देगी ना, तू मेरी प्लेट से खा ले।
तै अपने खाने की चिंता कर। इसने ₹10 लिए ना हैं, चुराए हैं। आज चोरी की है, कल न जाने क्या करेगा। और अगर मैं इसकी मां की जगह होता ना, तो 2 दिन तक इसको खाना नहीं देता।
Body languages are showing everything.
बहू, ठीक किया है तूने।
Now look at this smile, genuine smile. One moment.
खा ले।
Now listen to this. When you are a leader, you go and talk to them. What kind of tone idea? Oh, you need to be humble and polite. Dude, my deadline is missing. How can I have it? A leader has to decide what tone is required at what time. Write this down. A leader has to decide what tone is required what time. So 2 things: body language, 55%, 38% your tone. Now, when you're on a stage and when you're a public speaker, people will believe everything that you will say with conviction. Write this down. This is very dangerous as a public speaker. People will believe everything which you will say with a lot of conviction. All right. Do you know the speech called The Power of Words by Toastmasters? You have seen that? How many of you have not seen that? Nobody has seen that? Okay. By guess, I need to show you the Toastmaster. This is one of the most iconic.
By Mohammad Khatani.
Yeah, look at the Mohammad Khatani. Mohammad Khatani. Anybody else who did not see that? Okay. Now I will not show you, but go onto the Google or YouTube, type The Power of Your Words by Mohammad Khatani. But I'll show you an iconic movie scene by The Power of Words. And it will take only 3 minutes and then we are done with the workshop. All right, before that, in 30 seconds, you need to draw something very nice in 30 seconds and show it to me. 30 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, this is one. All right, Fez, because of the backdrop, I can't see that. Now I can see that. Oh, lovely, a smile. What is this, Sagri? All right,
That's a smile itself.
A
Sorry,
smile.
I couldn't do the eyes.
That's okay. That's okay. Look at that. Fantastic. And Faisal, Mia. All right. Now I'll show you the power of words. And it's a 4-minute video. You're going to enjoy that. And after that, I'll take my pause forever. Can you see this? All right. Now tell me where you saw the words. Can you hear me? All right. So where did you see the words? What did you learn from this video in terms of words?
He stuck to the point. I believe he didn't speak much. He just spoke what was required, and that had power. He was determined, and he had power in his speech to convince the people in, say, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. That's all he used. Rest was all expression and actions. Which
when you're on a stage, you do not have to talk a lot. Your body language and your tone is there to help you. But your words have to be strong. Second, reacting to everything on public speaking is a dangerous idea. Audience may love you or hate you. That's a part of the job. My words can break somebody. My words can make somebody. That's all I want to write down. My words can make my words can break somebody. My words can make somebody. That's it. And on this note, Mr. President and fellow Toastmasters, thank you very much, Tripti. A beautiful, gesture for inviting me. I hope I added some value. Now, before I go, 3 minutes. Now look at my entire thing for 1 hour, 7 minutes. Now tell me, where did I use the technology better? And how was my public speaking? Now you're an observer with the help. Now tell me.
Use the Zoom platform for the background, virtual background. And then with the videos, we could relate, and with that visual sense, we can actually correlate what we are seeing and what we have to learn.
All right. Thank you very much.
All the videos were effectively used to explain the concepts to us.
All right. Done. Anybody else? Anybody else?
So I don't know if it's exactly fitting the answer that you asked, but more than technology, I think your words had a lot of impact on us. You spoke what was needed, and then once we were shown the videos, it just resonated with what you were trying to tell us, be it about Clubhouse, be it that little anecdote to make us do an activity to tell us what we love the most and it should be around us. I think you spoke about body language. Well, virtually your body language fit every aspect of that 1 hour, 7 minutes that you dedicated to us. So thank you.
Done.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else? Manojji, Faisal?
We have learned a lot. The word you use with emphasize, with full of confidence, whatever you are, you came to convince to us. We are absolutely convinced with your powerful style of body language, tonal varieties, and the emphasis on your message. that created impact that yes, we have to do these kind of things. We have to read a lot. We have to learn technologies. We have to implement whatever we are learning. We have to be perseverant on whatever we are following. Any process, we stick with that until we get this success. So thank you so much. We have learned a lot. Thank you for invaluable time and workshop.
Thank you very much. I guess credit goes to Tripti. She was kind enough to invite me. Now, technology is the flavor. You are the game. Technology is the flavor. You are the game. And as I remember that, you are much more what you look like, what you are right now. You and I can bang the world with a dent. Thank you very much. And over to you, Mr. President, and all the fellow Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, sir, for being here, giving us your time. You've been very kind, and every interaction with you has been a learning experience with me.
Thank
and
you.
I hope the smile says it all, I guess. The kind of learning experience you've given us today. Looking forward to have you more often with us, I guess. And
thank you very much. Anytime, Tripti. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you very much being with us, and I have a lot of things from you for getting a lot of things from you.
And I forgot one thing. Any questions? Faisal, you had a question.
Yeah. I am saying that there are various people which are around us, but they have no knowledge, but have a great speaking skills. Are you getting?
Yeah.
Have a great speaking skills.
Correct.
So how can they speak in front of others? But there are certain people which have more knowledge, but could not have good speaking skills.
So
what is the basic difference between them? I want to know.
So basic difference is they worked somewhere or the other in their life on that skill. So people who have knowledge, they might not have a speaking skill. People who have speaking, they might not have the knowledge, right? But because we live a life, so somewhere we have a little bit of knowledge. But speaking is a skill. You need to demonstrate that. So if you have the knowledge and I have the public speaking skill, now it's up to you whether you want to pick up a fight. Great. Then you need to work 6 months. You improve those qualities and come back for a fight. Second, you say, hold on. This is fact number 1, fact number 2, fact number 3, fact number 4. Done. And the third, my favorite, is you smile at me and say, oh, you're amazing. But at the back of the head, you're saying you're an asshole, and you smile and go back. You don't need to prove the word that they're wrong. It's okay. Every human being asks 2 questions. Am I worthy of love or am I worthy of respect? So it's okay. Somewhere you are good. If he's good, he's having a great time, go back. But if you want to fight back, then you need to prepare. So it's absolutely okay. Let somebody else win. It's okay. But when it comes to, your life, if it's important to you, fight back. And let me tell you, English is a language. It has nothing to do public speaking. उर्दू बहुत खूबसूरत लगती है मुझे. हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में अगर चुनने को मिले, मैं हिंदी ज्यादा बोलूंगा. मुझे उर्दू बहुत खूबसूरत लगती है. So English is not public speaking. That's it. I hope I answered the question. Guys, any other question?
Yeah. I got you.
Done. Thank you, Tripti.
We can have a speech now, a speech of Surabhi.
Okay. So on this note, I take the privilege to introduce the evaluator of the day. She's an ex-hotelier, now a passion-driven artist, a grooming coach, and a well-known grammar Nazi in Toastmasters. So guys, help me welcome evaluator Sagri Gupta.
Well, that was an energy-filled session, Mr. Sharma, and thank you so much for that. I hope I can resonate the same energy through my evaluation as well. A very good evening, everyone. I am here to evaluate Toastmaster Surbhi for her speech today. Toastmaster Surbhi is delivering her level 2 speech on leadership styles of a chosen pathway of strategic relationships. Timer, please note the speech timing is at 5 to 7 minutes for her. As an evaluator, I shall be looking out for a speech based on her style of leadership or leadership in general. Also, to provide a deeper insight to her evaluation, I shall be picking members from the audience to provide one recommendation or commendation within a time frame of 1 minute. So let us all keep our eyes and ears open and hear this charismatic speaker. All the very best to you, Toastmaster Surbhi. Over to you, Toastmaster Tripti.
May I start? I suppose the title of my speech has to be announced.
Right, sorry, I thought Toastmaster Tripti was doing that. Apologies, I will do that. So the title of the speech for Toastmaster Surbhi is The Archetypes of Leadership. The Archetypes of Leadership, Toastmaster Surbhi.
Okay. According to the recent studies, 21% of the companies admitted that the effective leadership is the main problem which their companies face when it comes to execution of things. More than 62% of the companies admitted that they are looking for effective leadership as a trait which keeps their organizations agile. It is not that there is a correct way or there is a wrong way of leading or guiding your subordinates. A leader can develop his own style of leadership depending upon the circumstances as well as his own personality. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I'm here to discuss the 3 archetypal styles of leadership determined by the psychologist Kurt Lewin and his team in 1930. But before I move on to tell you more the disadvantages, advantages, and when to use a particular type of leadership, I want you to think and find answers to these 2 questions. Do you believe in issuing orders to your subordinates authoritatively? Or do you believe in nurturing and guiding your subordinates as you work? Do you allow your subordinates to have a say in the movement of the things in your organization, or you take the entire risk and responsibility of the leadership to yourself? While you find the answers, let us discuss the 3 archetypal styles of leadership. So the first is autocratic leadership. An autocratic leader is the one who treats his subordinates as the cogs in the bigger machinery. He doesn't value any suggestion, any opinion which comes from his subordinates. The advantages of such kind of leadership are efficient decision making at the time of emergencies, better productivity and efficiency from the subordinates, from the workers. However, the disadvantages may be resentment from the underlings, micromanagement, low moral work environment. Such kind of leadership is beneficial when the times get tough, when the leader needs to guide the workforce step by step in the work to be done. For example, in case of sports, in case of inexperienced team, when they need to be led, when they need to be guided by the leader at every step. The most common example in recent times of an autocratic leader is no other than the supreme leader Kim Jong, who leads the Democratic Republic of China. The next is the delegative leadership. The democratic leadership. The democratic leader relies on the participation of his team. Each member of the team has an equal say, has an equally valued voice. And they enjoy the freedom as well as the responsibility of the leader equally. The advantage of such kind of leadership is better creativity, better solutions, low miscommunication, low office politics. However, the disadvantages may be slow process. Sometimes an individual may be asked to do the entire work without the cooperation of the other team members. Also, there might be inefficiency at the times of emergencies. However, such type of leadership is useful, firstly, when we are working with the leaders themselves. What do I mean by that? I mean to say when the members of the team have a profound knowledge and expertise in the field, in their field for which they are working, in fact, more than the leader himself. Secondly, when we are working for millennial workforce. A recent Gallup study stated that the millennial workers in the recent times are more inclined to work with managers who are ready to invest in their growth as well as development. And thirdly, when we are looking out for creativity and innovation. For example, Google as an organization is well known for its democratic way of functioning. The last but not the least is delegative leadership, or laissez-faire, or as I call it, the hands-free leadership. Why do I call it so? Because the leader is only concerned by just giving the work, and then he almost disappears. He just gives the instructions, he just explains the work and makes it sure that the resources are available. And then he's out of the frame. However, the disadvantages of such kind of leadership is lack of communication, there is a mismanagement. So this kind of leadership sometimes may not give desired results. This kind of leadership is specifically helpful in creative fields. When the members of the group are skilled, they are creative, they are motivated, they are dedicated towards their work. For example, Steve Jobs is well known for giving ideas, floating ideas to his workforce, and then he leaves them with their individual gadgets, and he leaves them to come out with ideas how they can fulfill what he wants from them. So as an individual, I think my leadership is a blend of delegative as well as democratic leadership. Because I believe each and every individual is bestowed with certain skills, talents, abilities, and strengths which are unique to themselves, just like our fingerprints. And they are like diamonds buried deep inside us. So I'm always ready to adorn my projects with those diamonds in the form of unique ideas, suggestions, and advice from my subordinates. I hope you might have developed, you might have known your leadership style by now.
We will go with our area director to conduct the moment of truth. Till that time, Sagri will note down the evaluation points to evaluate Surabhi's speech. Help me welcome our very dynamic area director, Toastmaster Shubham Gupta. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Faisal. Given interest of time, I'll quickly start with the presentation I have prepared for the team. So as the name suggests, moment of truth. This is a very crucial time for the club meeting in order to judge how the club is performing. And this is usually done once in a year. And we just got recently chartered, so we have a way to go. There are a few red flags which I'll be covering in my upcoming slides, so don't be low on that. And I'll take your questions at the end of my session. Before that, all the EC members are requested to make notes of the areas for improvement, and I'll give both my constructive and areas of improvement in the last few slides of my presentation. So moment of truth, as the name suggests, it's an episode wherein the person comes in contact with how the club is performing. So for the interest of guests, this is done by submitting the form from the members. Like I have shared a Google form with them. wherein the club was being evaluated on these 6 parameters, and all the club members have given their responses, and I have evaluated and considered their responses to present today the report for the same. So the parameters which I have considered are the first impressions. What are the first impressions for the club? So the first parameter was, are the guests warmly introduced and the members? Yes, on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, the club members have given an average score of 4.25, that yes, they are treated well. The club guest book and name tags are being provided to them timely, 3.25. And wherever I feel the number is less than 3, I have ensured that we have marked it in red. So going ahead with the next parameter I had, professionally arranged meeting rooms. So we use Zoom platform, but yes, there are sometimes a delay in the meeting start, or the meeting is not well prepared. So the members have considered and scored it at 4.25, followed by the convenient meeting location. So we are an all-time online club and we have scored ourselves as 4.5, which is really good and commendable. The guest feels that they are invited to address in the club, and the guests are also invited to join. So yes, a score of 4 is a great number to be on. Regarding the membership orientation, I would request the VP to please make a note that a lot of members feel that the formal introduction to Pathways, which is a platform where the members, on the basis of their interest area, choose a manual for themselves. Like we have various 6 to 7 manuals in Pathways, and people can pick basis their interest area. Like Surbi ma'am has picked up strategic planning. Likewise, we have innovative planning. So on that parameters, the pathways are being assigned to the members, and basis that they have certain objectives of every speech they deliver. So on that basis, I have made it a point to highlight that the members feel that they need more introduction, and they want more presentation from the club side. Assignment of the mentors, we are very well on that. 4.5 is a great number to be on. Then education program and recognition system, 3.25. Learning needs. One second, sorry for the interruption. Sorry. One second. Having a minute. I'll just take a minute and I'll be back.
I hope all the EG members are making a note of areas of improvement alongside me.
Yes, Tripti.
All right, Mr. President and all the Toastmasters, with your permission, may I take a little leave?
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, Shubham.
Sorry for the interruption.
Mr. Sharma wants to leave.
Sure. We can quickly give a vote of thanks to sir.
See, the only reason is I did not know. I want to stay. I would love to close it and then go officially. But I was wondering because you were discussing internal things. So I said, why am I sitting? So
no. Your evaluation feedback on Surabhi's speech is very much needed.
Mr. President and all the fellow Toastmasters, I was also thinking, let's not go with when the meeting will end. I'll go then. But you know, it has a little inhibition, so I asked. So I will be very honored to stay back.
Thank you so much. Highly appreciate it.
Over to you, Toastmaster Shubham.
Yes, I think my screen is slightly freezed. So if we can go back to the evaluation for Surbhi first.
No worries. Toastmaster Sagri, I'll request you to initiate the evaluation till the time Toastmaster Shubham is back with her moment of truth.
Sure. Am I audible? Sorry. Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, I'm back. And before we initiate the evaluation from the audience, I'd like to give my evaluation and then we'll proceed by picking up everyone from the audience. Toastmaster Surbhi, I heartily appreciate the efforts made by you to articulate such an impactful speech today. The title of your speech was The Three Archetypal Types of Leadership Styles. So apt, and it resonated in your speech delivery. Like Mr. Sunny Sharma told us in his beautiful workshop today, make the audience think with what you speak. Well, when you opened your speech, you threw questions at us as to how we see our subordinates or what kind of leaders are we? How is it that we treat them? Trust me, I am still thinking. It is still back of my head. Do I treat them right? Is there something that's lacking? So that was a great way to open the entire dialogue delivery to get us all gripping. Yet another keyword that was taken from this workshop. The types of leadership explained by you were very well defined, if I may say. Right? These are the types of leadership that most of us would not know about. When I did this project, the same project as you, there was something which even I lacked, which was the different types of leadership. Right? What you did was you gave us a beautiful insight as to what is it that you can be, or you should be, or you don't want to be. Right? While we always do our best, there is always a little room for improvement. Like they say, do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. So, to help you get a little better in your future speeches, allow me to highlight just a few recommendations. First, I would really appreciate if we could have the sources of the beautiful numbers that you shared when you said 21% of effective leadership. Well, I would love to know where was that taken from so that I can read up a little more about it and enhance my knowledge. Also, you ended beautifully by saying that you are a blend of all the leaderships that you spoke about. Well, I would love to know a story about your leadership. You have such a profound background. I have heard such good praises about you. And when I read up your introduction from being an IELTS trainer to being an effective coach, I would love to know where is it that you used your leadership skills. Having said all of that, I like to mention that you could not have had a better opening, greater content, and the perfect conclusion to your speech today. I would like to end with just a small thought that I had read in one of the books I was reading previously. It is, leadership has a harder job to do than to choose sides. It must bring the sides together. It was said by Jesse Jackson, a very impactful line that stays with me forever. So I congratulate you on such an impactful speech today and on completion of yet another project. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the evening. Also, if I can continue picking up people from the audience, please do let me know. Right. So with this, I finished my evaluation and I would like to start with Mr. Sunny Sharma to please help us with one commendation and one recommendation for our speaker today, Toastmaster Surbhi. Over to you, Mr. Sharma. You're on mute. Sorry.
So I love the hand movements. You know, your hand movements were not very sharp, and they were not very dull. So it was absolutely amazing. It was delighted all over the camera. Also, you were standing and you were delivering it. That was world class and magical. Second, you came prepared. You came prepared from your side. Conceptual clarity was very, very beautiful, right? However, my recommendation, and I'll not tell you, I'll show you. Now look at this gentleman. Son was trying to make sure all the pilgrimage to the mother, and he had a Chetak scooter. Anand Mahindra gave him a Scorpio. Leadership, you tell me. This man could earn millions. Prime Minister of India, Mukesh Ambani said, I'll give you 20 crores. He said, I don't need it. What kind of leadership is this? Now look at this gentleman on the COVID bed. He said, give my bed to somebody else. I don't need it. He saved a life. He passed away within 3 days. Now look at this man. Nobody asked him. He was there. Now look at this. Look at this gentleman. How can you lay off people in pandemic when they worked for years? Leadership has a face. Remember this. Leadership has a face. Show people the face. This will bring more conviction. Otherwise, it was beautiful. Thank you very much, my friend.
Right. If I may please request Toastmaster Shubham to help us with her recommendation and commendation for Toastmaster Surbhi. Toastmaster Shubham?
Yes, I am sharing my screen. Toastmaster Faisal, can you help me with the presentation I have sent you? We are on slide number 5.
Toastmaster Shubham, I guess you misheard Toastmaster Sagri. She's asking about your recommendation and commendation for Toastmaster Surbhi.
Oh, okay, sorry. So my recommendations for Toastmaster Surbhi is that I just wanted to make sure that I have heard you before also. There were some areas where you could have emphasized, like you gave example that our North Korean president is a democratic or autocratic leader, and you talked about examples. So I felt that maybe you could have checked with the audience and engaged them in your speech so that it would give more connect. Like a quick question to the audience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham. Toastmaster Tripti, may we have your inputs, please?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sagri, for that. As everyone has said a lot, Toastmaster Surbhi, I had the privilege to hear you before. So, beautiful beginning. You stood up and gave your speech. Again, that is really appreciated. Quickly, the recommendation. I would have appreciated if you could have given 20-30 seconds to the audience to respond to your questions, which you threw. And yet again, I agree to Sunny sir that in case we could have those examples, which we could relate more, or the examples could have some faces. That's it. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Saeed.
Master Surabhi is very eloquent speaker, and with zeal and enthusiasm, always she come to the virtual stage, and we used to listen to her. It is always amazing for us. She has that charisma, and whenever she comes to speak, I remember sometime we have kept her name as Shatabdi Express, because the way she was completing her pathways every day, 2-3 speeches, every week 5-6 speeches. Oh my God. From where you bring those energy, and how you are prepared always whenever it comes to speak. You have content, you have preparation, and you are always ready for that. For recommendation, I felt the impact and the audience connection was missing. It could have been more impactful, and audiences can feel more connected with your speech if you engage with them some humorous question or some humorous punches. That could have created more greater impact on the audiences. Thank you so much for your speech today. Thank you for coming.
I will close my evaluation round with that. And over to you, Toastmaster Tripti. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sadri. With this, I hand over the virtual stage back to Toastmaster Shubham to carry forward the moment of truth.
Thank you, and I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused. So I was talking about the educational program recognition system for the members. We have scored it at 3.25, which is a good number to be on. The learning needs assessment is 3.5. Speaking role assignment is 3.75. Members involvement in the club level activities is 3.25, which is a good number. Regarding the fellowship and variety of communication, we have great learnings, like the guests feel they are greeted warmly. They enjoy the educational meetings, especially the workshops which we have conducted recently. And the regular socialized scheduled social events are there. And our upcoming meetings include podcast also. So that's going to be a great day. And we are also live streaming our meeting. So that is a new learning for everyone. Then we have participations in the area and district international level. So we are newly chartered club. As of now, I don't see that we have representation at area district level. But I'm sure with the contest which we have, ISC, as well as the evaluation contest, I will have few representations from our club also. And that ways we will also be involved in the inter-club level events. I see the club is doing a great level of promotion on WhatsApp groups as well as on Facebook and Instagram page. So keep up the good work. And the next, which the team has to work upon, are the program planning and the meeting organization. So the program agenda being publicized well in advance. But yes, for today's meeting, I see that was done at the 11th hour. So for the upcoming meetings, I would request the members to prepare the agenda as well as the meeting poster 2 days in advance to the meeting so that we can publicize and more members can join us as well as the guests. The members are prepared to carry out the program's assignments. So here I think you need rehearsals. I feel that before the actual meeting, you can conduct a session with the new members, that what role they have to pick up and what is the flow of the meeting and what role they have to make sure that they are ready before the meeting. So you can do a pep talk. All the projects are manual projects, so we are working on that. The meetings begin on time and end on time. We are 4, but I want you guys to be on 5. I want you to ensure that the meetings are being done with the time management so that it actually gives a respect to the members as well as the guests who join the meeting. And the topics, the table topic sessions are creatively done, 4.5. The positive and the helpful evaluations at 4.5, again, a good number. Now, this is a gray area, membership strength. And I've discussed umpteen number of times with everyone that the club members has to go to a good number from where we are. And 20 would be a great number to be with. And we are on a red flag at the moment, 2.8. So what we can work upon is more membership drives, open house, club speech marathons or joint club meetings. These are few things which we can do to improve on this number. The members are being retained. 3, I think we should also work upon the retention plans by getting in touch with them. What are they stuck with? What learnings were they expecting and what they have received? And from where we are to where we have to go, we have to discuss and take it on an individual level. Club's promotion in the organization and the committee, we are at a great number on that, 4.25 out of 5. Then club programs are being varied and exciting. Yes, there's something or the other to learn after every club meeting. Then Toastmasters sponsoring new members are being recognized. 3.75 is also a good number. Regular membership building program, this is actually below 3. So 2.75 is not a good number to be. And we have to build up on membership drive. This has to be done in collaboration with the VP membership and the VP PR. And a processed 6 months agenda has to be decided. And we have to make sure that it happens with a lot of inputs from everyone. Then comes across the achievement and the recognition. Are the awards being submitted to the headquarters? Yes. Timely? Yes. Progress charts are being displayed and maintained 3.5. Membership achievements are being recognized with the ceremonies. We do congratulate everyone on their completion of levels. So 3.5 on that. District Club International Leaders recognized 4.75. Club members' achievements publicized 4.25. And the DCP plans are being used for recognition. So far, we have discussed regarding the vision of the club, that where we want to be at the end of the 6 months. So the DCP points has to be optimally utilized in discussion with the VP education. So a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder, Tripti, and you have to pull up your socks to make sure that we achieve a good DCP point. Whether your target is to achieve 9, 5, you have to decide beforehand and make sure that we reach by the end of the term in December. Then the interesting part, what do you like most about the clubs? People find the club to be a very lively meeting. The team is very enthusiastic. They find the table topics to be very creative, and the club activities are very informative. The members are actively encouraged to participate, and the overall environment of the club is very positive and friendly. So yes. Sorry. So if I have to say about the meeting, these are the good takeaways. Now we work upon the not so good part of it, which is the areas of improvement. A lot of inputs have to be made on the membership orientation, which I discussed beforehand. Membership retention drives have to be done. EC training we recently had, but only 2 of the EC members joined out of the 7 members. So I would urge you guys to please take up your KRAs on a sincere note and make sure that you attend the training so that you're well aware what you have to do and how you have to go about it. And for the motivation sessions, maybe we can have informal sutras apart from the regular club meetings if we get a good number to begin with. And that way we can keep our EC members engaged. That's all from my side. Thank you everyone for bearing with me. And now I leave the house open for questions.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, for such an insightful areas of improvement. And with this, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Mr. Shani Sharma for being here with us today and taking us through an exceptional learning experience. And before you leave, I would like to have some feedback from your sir.
Congratulations. The biggest, you're in the service of humankind. If you can make somebody speak, they will be not feeling inferior. So Toastmaster is an iconic organization, but it's in the beginning of the club, so I am impressed. So that's all I want to say. Thank you very much for keeping me on board and keep me, consider me and a part of the club. So thank you very much, Mr. President and everybody. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Manoj would like to say something, I guess.
Manoj, you're on mute.
Thank you, Sunny sir, for being a part in a Toastmasters. Taught me I was prepare for any work. Whenever you're doing any work, then you should have to prepare for that. That is the one thing we should have to must prepare. And second things that is that iconic smile, sir. That is very good one. So that is main. I think whole workshop. That is the main thing. Iconic smiles and that knowledge regarding you said the knowledge. No, when you have a knowledge, then you talk more, and when you have a not knowledge, then you listen more. So
no, when you have the wisdom.
Sorry.
When you have the wisdom, wisdom is better than knowledge. So when you have
yes.
wisdom, you listen more.
Yes. Okay. So in this points we have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, there is a 3C formula. If you want to be successful, go to every conference possible. Even if you have to pay, go for it. 2 things happens. Your knowledge improves and you can say hi to a very popular person and you feel charged up, right? Second, coaching. You need to start coaching. Find a mentor, learn from the best. Now, coaching, conferences, and third, courses. What you have right now will not give you 5 lakh rupees check. So courses, That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So let's move. Thank you so much, sir.
Take care, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Faisal.
Highly
We'll be in touch.
appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you so
Bye,
much,
guys.
sir. Thank you for your
Bye,
lovely
Sudeep. Bye, bye,
insights.
bye. Thank you very much, Shubham. I'll see you somewhere, Hansraj College. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Bye.
Good night.
Take care. Take care, Akriti. Take care, sir.
Take care. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.
Sir, before you leave, I'm
Oh,
sorry. Faisal, sir,
okay.
can you
Yeah.
catch him up for that conference? What was that app he was talking about where he had more than 4,000
Clubhouse,
people?
Clubhouse. I joined.
Can we catch
Clubhouse
him
social app.
on
Ma'am,
that?
I'll share the link with you.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you.
Akriti, she is regular on Clubhouse. She is doing even Lucknow Toastmasters Club is on
You know,
Clubhouse.
I opened that app, but nowhere I could I'm not a very techie kind of person. So I wasn't able to know how to go about it, how to add people or how to contact people. So like, if somebody can handhold me and tell me actually
Akriti is the right person. She is very active on Clubhouse. Akriti will help you with that.
Sunny sir is back. I think he heard.
You were saying something, Surabhi. I could
Yeah.
hear.
Thank you so much, sir. It was only that I wanted to catch up with you on Clubhouse. So I was wondering how can we connect over there.
So you need to invite Tripti for a coffee because it's invite. She has to send you an invite, and I'm sure she'll be able to send it. And the name of the club that I have is Promote Your Brand. Tripti was there on it, so you're more than welcome. And I'll introduce you to the entire fraternity of Clubhouse, and you will be very popular there.
Is it a paid club or?
It's absolutely free. Okay. So because I adopted the technology early, my club will be paid. So Clubhouse will pay me very soon.
Oh, wonderful.
There's no paid. You can come over and you will hang in with the right set of people.
Okay. Thank you
Done.
so much. Thank you.
Done,
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you very much. The reason I came back, Surabhi was like, can you? I said, I
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for
love and
considering.
respect. Take care.
Highly appreciate
Good
it.
night.
Have a nice time.
With this, I guess I'll hand over the virtual stage to different people to give their feedback for today's meeting, starting with Toastmaster Surabhi.
About the meeting?
Yes.
You want me to say, oh my God, that was amazing session.